You are now listening to the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. You can find this channel on Twitter, Gab.ai, BitChute, and Minds.com. This is a Real American Patriot channel for Real American Patriots. If you're not a Real American Patriot, please exit the channel. Furthermore, we are not sponsored by any outside interference. That means we're unscripted, unrehearsed, and unedited. With that being said, transmission will commence momentarily.
How are you guys doing? Welcome to the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. I'm your host, Stefan. You can find me at Minds.com, BitChute, Twitter, and Gab.com as well. And most importantly, like, share, subscribe on YouTube because we're writing this until the wheel fall off. On that note, guys, let's start the show. In this episode, I want to talk about Pete Buttigieg, all right? Pete Butt, all right? The guy, the 30-something-year-old guy who's planning to run for president, and he's been facing a lot of backlash for what's he doing in his own city, right? How he handling his own city, right? If you haven't heard that, there's been a shooting in the city, South Bend, Indiana, and he canceled all campaign to go to address the situation in the city, and he's been facing a lot of backlash, right? Here's an article I want to show you guys to give you a full detail, full insight of what happened, all right? It's from Breitbart. Like always, I'll leave all my link in the description below. But let's start the show, all right? Here we go. Just 1 second. All right. Pete Buttplug faces angry town hall after police shootings, all right? South Bend Mayor Pete Butt faces an angry crowd at a town hall in Washington High School on Sunday after police shooting a black man in the community June 16. Buttigieg explained at his beginning of the town hall that the process of firing a police officer was set into law depending on the fact of the investigation and the constructual obligations. It did not take long before the individual of the crowds started shouting at Buttigieg, the police chief, and the mandarations of the forum. The people of the town hall interrupted after the chief and the mayor tried to explain why the officer body cam was not turned on, so the authority could review the shooting. Other than the audience heckled Buttigieg for campaigning day after the shooting. "You gotta go back to South Carolina like you was yesterday?" one woman asked. All right. Things are still intense in South Bend, Indiana, Mayor Buttigieg. Right. One man yelled back, "You got to get back to South Carolina like you was yesterday." I don't want to play that. I might get a copyright strike. Some of the crowds are grown angry after he reminded them that neither nor the police chief could fire the police officer, and that the case had to be heard by a board of public safety. They grown angry. He could not explain why the police officer body cam was not on during the shootings. "This sounds like Laquan McDonald's to me," one of the women said to Buttigieg, referring to a controversial case of a 17-year-old boy who was shot and killed by a police officer in Chicago 2014. Buttigieg took responsibility for the incidents and said that the fact that of the case were still under investigation. The administrative brought a technology and hired an officer who wrote the policy. He said, "So at the end of the day, I'm responsible." Of course you are, you idiot. You're the mayor. Of course you're responsible. He defended his effort to prove relationship with the black community and the law enforcement. And then a few weeks ago, he was drinking a 40 with a bunch of thugs-like figures. If you haven't seen that, it's over the internet. He tried to get peace for the black votes. That's what he gets. That's what these Democrats, they always try to peace. Try buy votes. Try bid votes. Try beg for votes. All right, but let's continue. "I do not want to seem defensive, but we have taken a lot of steps. They clearly haven't been enough. I cannot accept their suggestion that we did nothing," he said. Buttigieg appeared disappointed by the disruption, but maintained his cool as he carefully explained the path forward of the community. Right, this is the guy's running for president. If you can't maintain your own community, you can't maintain your own city, what makes you think you can handle? That's a big question that's been circling around. Like, if he can't handle the situation in his own city, what makes you think he's big enough to handle the case in for America? How he's gonna defend America? All right. Here's another article from Breitbart. Right, Mayor Pete Mayor Pete attended a protest march on Black Lives Matter protester on Saturday at South Bend, Indiana, after the officers shot and killed a black man. But he did not get a warm reception from some of the crowd who repeatedly asked him Black Lives Matter to him. Did you ask me if Black Lives Matter? Buttigieg asked incredulously. Of course Black Lives Matter. Right? You gotta see the video. I was just seeing it in the video. I don't want to get copyright strike. But you gotta watch it. Here's the link. I'll leave a link. They fired your cop. Then fire your cop. A protester yelled responded. You are a racist. Another person. Are you running for president and you want black people to vote for you? One woman asked. That's a downfall. That's not going to happen. Buttigieg repeatedly reminded protesters he did not have the power to fire a police officer and that it was up to the Board of Public Safety to make the decision after the careful investigation. Yeah, because it's a police union. When it comes to union, it's hard to fire people. Right? That only enraged some of the crowd, who demanded the police officer involved in the shooting to be fired immediately. Buttigieg faces similar controversy on Sunday during the town hall response I just read. Shooting an angry community member began shooting the mayor. Let me read it again. Buttigieg fired similar controversy on Sunday during a town hall response to the shooting as angry community members began shouting at the mayor and police chief. Yeah. And here's another article from Fox News. Buttigieg's town hall meeting devolved into shouting amid anger over South Bend policing. All right. A town hall featuring South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg devolved into chaos Sunday as cities struggled to respond to police evolving shooting last week. In this opening remark, a 37-year-old Buttigieg, a Democrat, evil Democrat, and candidate for president, said he would send letters to the Justice Department requesting that Civil Rights Division look into the June 16 shooting and 54-year-old Eric Logan, who was black. The mayor added that he would notify the local prosecutor that he'll like an independent investigation appointed. Buttigieg also admitted that the city effort to recruit more minorities police officers and required officers to use body cams have not yet succeeded. I accept responsibility for that. Prosecutors said shooting of Logan was not recorded by Sergeant Roger O'Neill body cam. Right? How you gonna record a lot more colored police officer when there's bad relationship between colored and police officer? I don't say. To me, in my opinion, if I was colored and had bad experience, that and you asked me to join police officer, that would not incentivize me to become a cop. All right, but that's not to say I don't support cops. I support cops to the fullest. All right, but at the way they're running down, at the way the situation, especially when it comes to liberal people and their attitude towards cops, I don't think you can convince liberal people to join the forces. O'Neill, who's white, was responding to a report of a suspicious person breaking into a car when investigations said fired one shot and hit Logan and another that misses after Logan threatened him with a knife. Investigators said O'Neill's body camera wasn't automatically activated because he was driving slowly without emergency lights while looking through the apartment building parking lot. O'Neill has since been placed on administrative leave. Logan death prompted Buttigieg to cancel much of his out-of-state campaigning this week. Buttigieg returned to the campaign Friday with a trip to Miami, but skipped South Carolina event, attending 21 other presidential candidates to fly home on a Friday evening community march. The town halls was interrupted frequently by outbursts of heckling. At one point, a man yelled, Buttigieg, you gotta get back to South Carolina like you was yesterday, talking about all lives matter in South Carolina. Another man approached the stage and yelled at Buttigieg and South Bend Police Chief Scott Roskowski, ignoring a moderator attempting to restore orders. Here's a tweet. Yell at the mayor Pete Buttigieg town hall discussing the latest police shootings and the unarmed black man in a train wreck progress. Moderator lost control of the room where South Bend communication team or security at the venue. I don't want to seem defensive, but we have taken a lot of steps. Buttigieg said at one point. They clearly haven't been enough, but I cannot accept the suggestion that haven't been done anything. Meanwhile, another attorney, Brian Kaufman, said that he was preparing for federal civil rights lawsuit against the city of South Bend on behalf of Logan family and has accused the police department and other city officials to tolerate bad behaviors by officers. That's just being reactive, Kaufman told Associated Press when he asked about Buttigieg's response to the shooting. It's not being proactive and making sure that never happened and having rules placed for South Bend police officers and body cams. All right, that's the end of the article. I'll leave that article below. All right, now Pete Buttigieg are facing a lot of criticism. All right, it proves that he was cracking under pressure. Now, if you were cracking under this amount of pressure, right? If you were cracking under pressure, especially from your home city, what make you think you could absorb a substantial amount of pressure from the global community, all right, from foreign policy? All right? If you can't even handle the situation in your own hometown, what make you think you can handle the situation from foreign nations? All right, foreign nations, multiple cities. You're not only representing your city, you can't even handle your city. What make you think you can handle the multiple city within one country like the United States? All right. Doesn't make sense, right? And this guy, I think he got the balls to run for president when he can't even deliver the right answer for his constituents, right? Why don't he just lie like he always do? Democrats are great at lying, right? When you lie to these people, you calm down the crowd, right? That's always been their tactics, right? Lie to people, calm them down, they never deliver. That's a Democratic tactic, as always. All right, it's to show you they're attacking Pete Butt. All right, they're attacking Pete Butt because to the Democratic Party, you know who ruled the Democratic Party? Single black female. All right, that's what they are, single black liberal female. All right, and this video about Simone Sanders, which is the Joe Biden campaign manager, whatever she is. She was hired a campaign manager. There's a video out here on CNN saying that Democrats don't need another white male, right? And yet again, she worked for Joe Biden, right? But she said, but that's bad again. But she said that Democrats don't need another white male. And what was Pete Buttigieg? She's another white male. So basically, they're attacking him. The Democratic motive right now is they don't want any white male to represent them anymore. All right, that's what they want. So that's why they're attacking all their candidates. Any white male that they don't want him, right? They don't. They're gonna try to push a female. I think, in my opinion, they're gonna try to push a female candidate or a female of color candidate, right? Because they're attacking Joe Biden, they're attacking Buttigieg, they're attacking all the white male, which is unfortunate. All right, I don't think your color should matter if you have a great policy. All right, that's what you're supposed to vote on, policy. If you have bad policy, you're not gonna win. All right, people should vote on policy and not the color of people's skin. All right, but I digress. What do you think about this? You think Buttigieg are cracking up? You think he's a good role model? You think he's a great person to be running for president? All right, you think it's a little too early for him? That's one thing people were saying. It's a little too early for him to run for president. Maybe you need more skills, right? All right, let me know what you think. All right, because what I'm saying, YouTube don't want to monetize my channel because I'm not monetized. I'm not unscripted, unrehearsed, unedited. That means I can say whatever I want without being bound by any outside interference. All right, because of that, I'm not taking any donations. The point of this channel is to get people to think, people to think for themselves, not to be a group thinker. Because when you're a group thinker, it leads you to the edge. Well, you know who's a group thinker? Communists. They're group thinkers. Russia, Venezuela, North Korea, and look where they're at right now. They're falling off the cliff. Right, group thinking will lead you off the cliff like a bunch of sheep. All right. Like a bunch of sheep. That's the point of this channel. That's my mission statement. But if you like what I'm doing and want to support what I'm doing, please like, share, subscribe. Because when you like, share, subscribe, it encourages me to make more videos. When it encourages me more videos, I'm able to saturate YouTube algorithm with my videos. So when I saturate YouTube algorithm with my videos, it it make my video more available to the masses, and then within those masses, I might spark a light for them to think for themselves. And then once they think for themselves, I've done my mission, right? Because that's the point of this channel, to get people to think for themselves. Now, do you have to agree with me 100%? Right? That's the point. You don't have to agree with me 100%, but at least you're thinking for yourself. But I know your time is very precious, and I try to wasting your time. Like, share, subscribe. My name's Stefan. Thank you for listening to HighlyEvolve Podcast. On that note, guys, have a good day. Peace.